are releasing information about Lil Durk and receipts that are scaring his own homies, all right, that are making his own homies want to distance themselves away from him. So OTF Didi, which is supposed to be like the second in charge of this entire murder for hire scheme that got Quando Rondo cousin killed. So OTF Didi, apparently he just filed a motion to where he wants nothing to do with Lil Durk in this trial. He wants for his trial to be completely separate from Lil Durk's trial. His reasoning is, Your Honor, bro, the stuff they got on Durk and what Durk been doing since he got locked up and what he did before and talking too much on the phones, I don't want for those transgressions to affect my trial. Now you're probably asking, what exactly has Durk been doing that got these folks in a panic? So Didi writes to courts and he says, to the honorable court, all parties and their counsel of record, defendant DeAndre Wilson, OTF Didi, by and through his counsel of record, Craig A. Harbaugh, hereby moves this court for an order severing his trial from that of co-defendants Durk Banks and any other co-defendants whose trial are joined with Mr. Banks. Listen, this motion is made pursuant to federal rule of criminal procedure, blah, blah. So they said, listen, okay, that a joint trial will cause compelling and incurable prejudice to Mr. Wilson as a result of prejudicial spillover from extensive other acts evidence noticed by the government that overwhelmingly concerns Mr. Banks and other alleged actors and would not be admissible against Mr. Wilson if he were tried alone. This document actually revealed a lot that we missed because the government was filing motions on Lil Durk, revealing all type of things that Lil Durk was allegedly doing. They were accusing Lil Durk of some horrific transgressions, like backdooring, trying to get his own homies killed. OTF Didi listed all the things the Fed are accusing Lil Durk of in those other motions, in his motion, because he's referencing it. So this is how we got to see what's going on. So one of the things that OTF Didi believes that, that it would have extreme prejudice on his trial is the O Block thing. So the feds are accusing Lil Durk of putting a hit out there on O Block members. Apparently, Lil Durk had the language out there. He got a bag out for any O Block member that get killed.
And that's nasty right there. So what I need y'all right now to do is make sure y'all drop a like on this. It's your boy Wassup G back with another banger. And it's looking a little sticky for our boy Lil Durk. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that hype button, and drop it in the comments. Let me know, because on our last update, we was talking about how it might be looking like how maybe Lil Durk is coming home on a technicality. Now, the feds are now backing that up by saying, hold up, Your Honor. He shouldn't come home on a technicality. He actually still was putting hits on people back in 2023. He was putting it on his own crew. If y'all ain't sliding, somebody dying. Man, shout out Lil Durk. Drop it in the comments. Let's get back to this. This is ugly, man. Good Lord.
Wrote that the second category consists of a wide-ranging set of allegations claiming that Lil Durk placed bounties or otherwise directed violence. Again, Mr. Banks is central to the government's allegations. OTF Didi's name surfaces in only 2 text chains, and in each instance, he is a participant but not the originator of any statement. Stefan Mack bounty. So OTF Didi is saying, listen, Lil Durk is accused of killing Stefan Mack. He's accused of putting out bounties on other people. If this goes to trial and I'm standing next to Lil Durk as a co-defendant, it's going to be prejudice because they're going to think that we're all placing bounties on people, and they'll be more inclined to believe that if we can place bounties on Stephen Mack and O Block, then we will be able to place bounty on Quando Rondo and his cousin. I don't want no parts of this. And OTF Didi's filing as well, they also listed this particular document right here that I'm about to show you. This lists out how and exactly the feds believe that Lil Durk was about to go about killing O Block members who are his homies. But apparently they had a falling out after King Von died. OTF Didi also mentions O Block because OTF Didi was in a text thread with Lil Durk, Booney Mo, and others where Lil Durk was asking them to go ahead and murder O Block members for a bag. Now, OTF Didi is in a text thread, and the reason why he's fighting tooth and nails to get out of this Lil Durk stuff is because he believes that if he's in that text thread, and they go to trial and they show the evidence of Lil Durk putting bounty on other people and Lil Durk allegedly killing Stephen Mack, well, they will see OTF Didi on a text thread and they would have prejudice and biases, and they will automatically believe that Didi committed the murder for hire and Lil Durk committed the murder for hire because they were also putting bounties on their own homies and other members. So he wants out. But because of this, he referenced the document, and in the document, we see exactly what the feds are alleging, how Lil Durk was going about wanting or getting O Block members killed. Dating back to April 2023, there was a text change, and the text change was about Lil Durk feud or beef with Muna Duke from O Block. The notice claims a group text between Lil Durk, OTF members, including OTF Diddy, Booney Mo, and PW1, which I believe is like a cooperator, right? He's snitching. Well, so we don't know who that PW1 is yet. So the group change, right? Like the text message reflected Lil Durk frustration that O Block was not properly retaliating for King Von's death.
PW1 snitching. He definitely snitching. And there's a lot of people snitching in this case. Let's keep going, y'all.
In the thread, Lil Durk, again, they made sure to clarify, not OTF Diddy, but Lil Durk declared, I'm finna pipe it up. Booney Mo responded with, blood, it's green, emoji of a car and a green light. Getting ish together now, no phones. The government expects that the snitch, the cooperating witness, the co-conspirator, is going to testify, right, about the plans involving others, about what followed up after that text message. Lil Durk was moving super sloppy because it doesn't just stop there. Apparently, like these dudes were trying to talk in code, but the code wasn't that hard to decipher, and the feds figured everything out because Lil Durk, through Instagram, was texting ops, letting them know that he had dudes coming to hunt them down. April 2023, yet again, all right, in an Instagram chain, another text chain between Lil Durk, OTF Diddy, Booney Mo, and Devon Collier allegedly shows Mr. Banks, Lil Durk, forwarding an Instagram message he sent to rival Richard Ramsey, which is Richie Rich, stating, I got them hunting you ads, better have 3 masks on. Mr. Wilson, OTF Diddy, his lawyer is stressing that he's not the alleged author of the threatening statement. His name appears only as a participant listed on the chain. The notice does not claim that OTF Diddy commented, endorsed, or even responded to Lil Durk's message. They also reference how around the same time Booney Mo sent Lil Durk a voice note. And in his voice note, he's trying to talk in code. He's trying to be slick and coy with it. But apparently what he said in that voice note was instructions regarding money and sliders, getaway cars. Essentially telling Lil Durk, hey, listen, like, what's the instructions? You feel me? Like, like how we get the paper and how we gonna get the getaway vehicles. All right. But OTFDD wants to stress that even though he's in the Instagram chain, that he never responded back, he never liked it, he never endorsed it, and there's no evidence that he actually received the voice message because he never responded back.
Crazy.
Now, he also referenced a couple of Lil Durk lyrics, letting them know that, hey, Lil Durk rapping these bars got nothing to do with me. And if y'all are gonna use these things against Lil Durk, I don't want to be included on Lil Durk's trial because a lot of these things, right, will only F me over since I was not involved. It had nothing to do with it. And the lyrics reads, the notice cites multiple lyrics by Lil Durk, including aha, smirk, slide, slide, slide. Don't respond to ish with Von. They dropping locations. I'm getting it done. And then in a song called Rumors, Lil Durk would also rap, I don't want no ninjas who catch. I want the ones I paid for. And Scoom his eye, he write bounty hunter. He ready to crack that little bid down to get her off. These statements are attributed solely to Lil Durk. Yo, OTFDD is moving scary, bro. Bro said, listen, man, it looks like Durk fried, which I don't even think Durk fried. Yo, I think like OTFDD is moving scary for no reason. Durk is coming home soon. I'm stamping that, bro. Durk is coming home soon. Durk lawyer like got the prosecutors in a chokehold, which is why honestly I think the prosecutors are moving desperate. Even them filing like these motions accusing Lil Durk of trying to murder old black members, that's them moving desperate to me, bro. But I think Durk can beat this case. The prosecutors haven't even listed an official theory yet. They haven't even said what they believe Lil Durk did. Is always gray area, which is why Lil Durk just filed that motion to dismiss or demanding a bill of particulars, demanding that they list exactly what the theory is. Did Lil Durk call the hit on Quando Rondo for $100,000, $1 million? How did Lil Durk tell them to do this? List it all out. And then on the other hand, Lil Durk got the prosecutors by chokehold when he says, hey, bro, the U.S. attorney was never confirmed by the Senate or the president. And a U.S. attorney that's prosecuting Lil Durk, oh yeah, by the way, his 120-day limit was up. He had no authority to charge Lil Durk. And then also too, bro, like if you look at how he was able to stay in a role as the acting U.S. attorney, he did it all illegally. So he has to get off the case.
And that's the main thing about it. With our last update, we heard about the Lil Durk situation. The U.S. attorney who brought these charges, this Rico against Lil Durk, actually shouldn't even be allowed. It's illegal for him to bring these charges up because he's not even an acting U.S. attorney. He's not even sworn in. His 120-day limit is up. He only a fake one. He only a carbon copy. He just sitting in the office waiting for the next election to come around. He not even the real dude. He not even supposed to be there. So Lil Durk like, oh, I got charges brought to me from a guy who's not even a real U.S. Like, what are we doing? So then we got that. Then we got all the charges being brought upon him in the Rico. Everything's really vague. Like they're breaking down and trying to decipher his codes and stuff like that. But who's to say that's true? That could be seen as hearsay. You telling me what you think or you telling me what you know? And that's a real part of this case. That's a real part of this case. So when you look at the different situations going on in this case, and the reason why they bought the charges so fast for Lil Durk is because if you remember when Lil Durk was first about to get locked up, they were locking up pieces of his crew, and they actually wasn't even going to lock him up yet. But the thing was, Lil Durk started making plans to take flights outside the country, so they locked him up prematurely. They didn't have the case ready for him yet. So now he's locked up, and everything that they're giving to the judge to say why they want him locked up and the charges are all very vague because they really don't have anything on Lil Durk. They got a lot of hearsay. They got like some text messages where they think this. It's not really like that. So let's finish this video. I'm going to give y'all the rest of my opinion at the end, y'all.
I don't know, bro. Like, because the things that OTFDD is scared of, those are things that I don't even think will be allowed in court, right? Because like those are things that has nothing to do with Lil Durk in this particular case, right? Like I don't feel like they could bring up the Stephen Mack murder or the
Stephen Mack murder because they don't really have the evidence. They don't have the evidence.
Stefan Mack murder when the city of Chicago says they don't suspect that Lil Durk was involved and they're not charging Lil Durk with it and they have no plans of charging Lil Durk with the Stefan Mack murder. So if the city of Chicago came out and said, yo, we're not investigating him, right? The case is closed. He's not being charged. Then how can the Fed say, yo, we're going to bring up the murder of Stefan Mack when Lil Durk is not a co-defendant or a suspect in that murder? And the other stuff with O-Block and other things of that such, wouldn't that just be striked as irrelevant? Because that has nothing to do with this particular murder of Quana Ronald's homie. It has nothing to do with it. But I don't know, bro. I feel like he's moving scary. I feel like he probably thinks, man, these folks got a little bit too much. People is cooperating. People, like folks are snitching. And a lot of the cooperators and the rats and the snitches are people who are close to Durk, or people who are snitching on Durk. And if they're going to be snitching in Durk's trial, well, like, I don't know these people. They don't got nothing on me. So, bro, let them snitch on Durk, you know, and let me get a separate trial. Let me know in the comment section.
And that's nasty right there. Shout out Poetic Flacco. Make sure y'all go check out his page over there. Give him some love. Hit that like button. If y'all like hearing it over here, y'all can also get Poetic Flacco over here. But listening to this situation, it sounded like Durk about to come home, y'all. Chat, it sounded like Durk about to come home. Drop it in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this. OTF, his squad, they starting to get a little jittery. As long as they all don't break apart and start telling on each other, he good. It's sounding like Durk is good. His squad just gotta hold it down. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Is Durk coming home? Because if you leave it up to me, I'm gonna say it's looking like he got the right lawyer for the job. And it's looking like that boy Durk might be coming home sooner than later. All right? So y'all make sure y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that. It's your boy, Wassup G. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that hype button. We back with another banger, and we going to be dropping all day today. I might drop like 10 uploads a day. I don't know. We got a lot to talk about. All right, I'm out, y'all. See y'all in the next upload. Also, you could click this video right here to find out about David and Celeste and the new information that just came out. There's a 911 call that just dropped, and it's in this video right here. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, y'all. I'm out, y'all.